Hey, what's going on, everybody? I know this isn't a trophy from today, but that's what we did this weekend. We took a trip down up to the Lions Classic and came away with some victories. JV division and the varsity division got the dub, and we all know the drill here. My name's David J, and I've got something to say. It was a fun weekend, my first college tournament, first official action of my college tournament. Start by breaking down a little bit. Saturday started out, we bowled 3 traditional games, followed by 20 Baker games. Let's just say that was a long day for everybody, for the new people on the team, for someone like me who isn't used to that, this was my first college tournament. So, they told me it was going to be a long day. They told me it was going to be 9, 10, 11 hours of bowling, and that's exactly what it was. It took quite a long time. So 3 traditional games and 20 Baker games so imagine people out there who just bowl like league nights and stuff like that. Imagine your league night of 4-man teams, 5-man teams bowling 3 games. How long does that take? It takes, give or take, right? 2 hours, 2.5 hours to do that. Now, 5-man teams bowling 3 games, that takes a good 3 hours, 3.5, maybe 4 hours, right? And then you add in the 20 Baker games, which is equivalent to the time that it would take for a 5-man team to bowl 7 traditional games, so double the time on top of that, and then you got to move lanes. So when you're done with a game, you got to move lanes to another one, and then you're done with that game, you move again. Or no, Baker is 4 games, so you bowl 2 games, you move to the other side, 2 games, then you move again. So then you got to wait for people on your next lanes to be done before you can start, and then you got to. So it was a lot. You got to move all your stuff. You got to get your team together. You got to have your meetings, all that good stuff. But it was a blast. MCKENDREE, we took 2 teams out there, JV1, JV2, and when it was all said and done, guys, at the end of the day, the goal is to get back on that bus with the JV trophy and the varsity trophy, and that's exactly what this program did. It's exactly what we were able to do. So it was a very successful weekend for the program. In terms of my play on Saturday, I'll tell you what, my first ball that I threw, it was very obvious I was had a few nerves. It was very obvious that I might have pulled it a little bit, but hey, it was my first ball in college, so. And after that first ball, I settled in a little bit, had some very rookie mistakes. Game, I bowled the first game, and they subbed me out for the other guy who bowled the other traditional game. He bowled the second traditional game, then about half the third one, and then I came in and finished up the third one, and then we went into the Baker stuff. But my second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth frame all pured the pocket. I just probably should have had some kind of fine on me, or breaking a law for aggravated assault on the pocket, and the downside is only one of them struck. But that's bowling. That's the sport. So, and then I missed a 6-pin. A couple of them went a little too high. I missed 2 6-pins, which I was looking back, and as I was playing it back in my head, what went wrong, because I'm a good spare shooter, so when we do practice, when we do our games of spares, I finish them fast. I get through the cycles, so I'm a good spare shooter, and I'm getting better. So I was just playing it back through my head, like, okay, what went wrong? What did I do? And this is where the inexperience shows, the rookie mistake shows. So at the house that we practice at, the dots on the floor, there's 5 of them. There's a middle dot and then 2 on each side. And then the house we were bowling at this weekend, there was the middle dot and then 3 on each side. So as I was thinking about it, I said, you know, I lined up in the wrong spot, because I lined up like I was lining up on the outside. I said, okay, well, I line up on this dot here. I line up on the second dot from the left here. So I'm going to line up on the second dot from the left there, which the second dot from the left there would have originally been the outside dot from where we are. So I was 5 boards left from where I should have been. And the ball sailed right by the 6 pin on the right side. So I just thought about that, and I talked to my team, I talked to my coach, and they told me, they said, always play off the middle arrow. And I remember, I feel such like it was such a rookie mistake, because I think it was earlier that week or maybe the week before that the women's coach Shannon, she did her tip Tuesday on the dots on a bowling lane. And she said that. She said they're not all the same, but the center dot is always the same. It's universal in all bowling alleys, so you have to line up on the center dot and then count out. And I mean, it was a rookie mistake. It happened. Showed my inexperience, but again, those are going to happen. It was a learning experience, and that mistake's not going to happen again. So, other than that, finished out that game. Started cleaning stuff up. I did have a couple of sleepers that I missed. One of them I tugged. One of them just couldn't get the back pin out. I mean, you know, it happens. Made some mistakes. We went into the Baker, and we still bowled 3 really good games. Not really good. I would say we bowled solid, but it was good. Went into the Baker games, and as the day went on, I got stronger and I got stronger. My confidence grew. I was hitting the marks I wanted to hit. Ran into a couple of lanes that I just didn't like me. And when you bowl Baker like this, in the style that we bowl, so you'll go to a pair and you'll bowl 4 Baker games on that pair. You don't have a warm-up shot. You just go to that Baker pair and you start. So you literally, and with 5-man teams, you get 2 shots. So you get 4 shots on that lane. If you bowl both Baker games on each lane, you get 4 total shots. So your first shot, you kind of just have to say, you know, this is where I was lining up. This is what worked on that lane. Let's see if it works on this lane. You throw it. You say, okay, no, it didn't work on that lane. Or if it works on that one, you keep that lane. You keep it. And a couple of times, you threw it and said, okay, well, that didn't work. Try something else. Okay, that didn't work. You're already done on that lane. Then you switch lanes again. So I mean, I don't know. You get 4 shots on each lane. So, but it's so hard to get lined up in that situation, just because watching other people's ball on that lane or where you throw at, and yeah, me as a lefty, it shouldn't change much, and it really didn't. My big thing was ball speed. I just, as the day went on and more carry down, got down the end of the lane, I just had to slow the ball down a little bit, keep it straight up the boards, like right up 5, and the ball had a really good chance of striking. If I was talking to the coach about it, if my ball went left at all, I was in trouble. It wasn't going to make it back to the pocket. So I moved far enough over to the point where it wasn't going to go left. I had no room to go left. So that was an adjustment that I made, and it was working. Towards the end of the day, I felt like I was throwing a great ball. Like the last 2 sets of our Baker, I would say I barely missed. I mean, yeah, did I strike every time? No, but it's a couple of stone pins, stone 8 pin one time, stone 7, stone 10, stuff like that. But it was good. It was a lot of fun on Saturday. Sunday, we started the bracket play. It was double elimination. We went in, and I didn't play. I didn't bowl on Sunday, which is today actually, but I didn't bowl today. I threw 1 ball. It was a fill frame in the first game. Slaughtered the pocket, 10-pack, no doubt about it. Throwing the same line I was throwing the day before, so it was about the same. It was had had to have the ball speed up a little bit more because there wasn't as much carry down. There wasn't any carry down at that point. So, but that was the last ball I threw for the rest of the day. I think we bowled 13, 14 Baker games and 4, 5, 6 matches. So we did end up losing. My team anyway. My JV team lost in the semifinals of the JV division. The team that beat us then went and bowled McKendree's other JV team, and the other JV team beat them in 5 games. And I think I'm just going to be honest. I mean, I think as an athlete, as a competitor, as the competitor that I am, yes, the overall goal was achieved. The JV team, a McKendree JV team, won the event. That's the ultimate goal. And I just wonder and imagine how sweet it would have been if we could have defeated, it was Lindenwood that beat us and went on to the final. They were the host team. Just how sweet it would have been if we would have beat them, and how much fun we would have had if it was McKendree JV1 versus McKendree JV2 for the title. Just like, if that happens, you walk into somebody else's house and you say, "Hey man, we're here. We beat you." So, but back to what I was saying, I didn't bowl much today. Okay, I really didn't bowl at all. I didn't have a meaningful shot. The only shot I did have was a fill shot, the first game that we already won. So, like my 10 pins, I could have thrown it in the gutter and we still would have won. So, but the competitor in me, the fighter in me, wishes I had more shots, more opportunities, obviously. But at the end of the day, I'm not the coach. I'm not the guy that makes those decisions. That's not what I'm there to do. I trust the program. I trust the coaches. I trust the decisions they made. I mean, I really, genuinely, truly do. I mean, I just don't know what else to say about it. Like, yeah, do I wish I was in there bowling? Absolutely. But the thing I know, the thing I realize is it's all of us. It's a team. If the coach thought that not putting me in was the best choice, then I trust him. I mean, again, I think anybody in the position that I was in today, and it's happened to others, it happened, like, I mean, the event I went and watched last week, I saw people do the same thing I did today. There were people today that didn't do much but throw a couple of fill balls, and I'm sure they all would feel the same way. Like, if you're a competitor, if you want to be out there competing, you want to be in the game. But for me, it's trust. I trust the program. I trust the coaches. I get it. I'm the new guy. So, but I just keep telling myself my time's gonna come. I had a experience on Saturday that I'll never forget. It was a great experience. I thought, for it being my first taste of college action on a pattern that was actually quite challenging, I thought I did well. Some things I got to clean up, and I'm going to get back to work this week and keep practicing. So, one thing I do want to talk about is how proud I am of the team and the fight, the just pure fight that this team has. And I've seen it now 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, last week they came up a little bit short, but they fought. This week, we'll start with the JV division. They won the first game. They lost the second and third game. Fourth game, down 2-1, and going up into the 10th. No, wait, no, the other team finished their frames. They finished the game. We were in the 9th. And Garrett, my boy Garrett, G-Bone, and Colby went up there, and they needed everything. They needed 4 strikes to win by a pin. And Garrett went up there, peered the pocket, 10 back. Colby went up there in 3 of the most clutch shots I've seen in my life. Bang, bang, bang. And McKendree wins it by 1, stays alive, goes into the next game, and they start with the front 4, 9 spare, another strike after that, and at that point the game wasn't over at that point, but then the Lindenwood made a run, started getting a couple strikes at the end of that game, but they picked up their spares, they kept it clean, and the fast start helped them end up winning the title. So that was awesome to see. And like the fight, man, like they didn't give up. Nobody had any doubt. Like when Kobe was taking those shots, we had no doubt that he was going to bury him, and it was awesome. Kobe's clutch. So Kobe, that's awesome, man. Congratulations to everyone on that team that brought that home for McKendree. That's awesome. And we move over to varsity. They faced a little bit of adversity as well, and hey, adversity's good. So they were bowling against CSC, which I think is Culver Stockton, I believe is what it is. And varsity was the team in the winners bracket left, and then Culver Stockton beat them once. So then they had to face them again because Culver Stockton had already lost, and then varsity ended up winning 2-1. Faced a little adversity in that game, but they came through and they won. They went on to play the final match, best of 5. Started off with the first 2 and needed a couple of needed just really good count in the 10th of the 3rd game to have the clean sweep. Couldn't get it done. It happens. It's bowling. Ended up leaving a big 4. So then they needed 3 strikes in a row to win it, and 2 of them went Brooklyn. But hey, that's bowling. They all struck. All the teams benefited from a couple of Brooklyn strikes today. So one thing I was telling the guys is, hey man, that's at the end of the day, that's only 5 spare on the weekdays. The teammates know what that means. I mean, if we are bowling Baker or anything in practice and we go Brooklyn, we have to count it as a 5 spare during practice. So, but I say, hey, that's only 5 spare on the weekdays. Like, on the weekends at these tournaments, league night competition, that's 10 back, man. That's a strike. Yeah, obviously that's not what you want to do, but gotta take the good with the bad. I try and tell people all the time. Like, how often have you peered the pocket and left a pin? Yeah, you gotta take the good with the bad. I mean, this game takes away so many strikes, so you gotta take it when they give them to you. See, then they bowled in the finals, ended up tying it up, going to game 5, and McKendree really put the clamps on. They had a quick meeting at the end of the 4th game, put the clamps on in that 5th game, and they kind of ran away with it, and varsity ended up winning the that as well. So like I said, clean sweep. Walked into somebody else's house, clean sweeped, and won both titles. Brought him back to McKendree with us. So that's the ultimate goal, and that's what we did. Another awesome thing. Quick shout out to my guys Ryan, G-Bone, and Colby. I've already shouted a couple of them out, but they all 3 won ATT. 5 guys on the ATT team, and 3 of them were from McKendree. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And Colby, I mean, what a weekend. Colby deserves it all. 1 ATT, delivered in the clutch. Like I said, 3 of the biggest clutch shots I've seen in my life. So that was awesome. At this point, though, it's fun. We're going to celebrate. We had some fun conversations. And at the end of the day, the Lions Classic, my mindset, is now over, and it's time to get back to work. We got the Boilermaker Classic next weekend. That's in Lafayette. All the teams are going again, so that one's going to be an actual trip this time. This one was kind of a trip, but it was, since they were only 45 minutes down the road, we didn't, I think I told you guys in the last video, we didn't go there and stay or leave on a Friday. But this time, Lafayette, Indiana, it's like 4 hours from here. So yeah, we're going on a road trip. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, we'll see. The goal there is the exact same goal as it was at the Lions. We want to be riding back on that bus with the JV title and the varsity title. That's always the goal. And hopefully we can do that. We're going to have another good week of practice, and next episode probably going to come out, let's see, probably Thursday. I'm hoping Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, maybe Friday. No, it wouldn't be Friday because we're leaving, but hopefully Friday. But Thursday, Friday, I don't know. I kind of wish, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wish I would have turned on the camera on the bus and said, hey, what's up, guys? David J got something to say, and then showing you guys the plaques. That would have been cool. Have my teammates remind me next time that happens, when we have a plaque to show off. Seriously, guys, I know y'all are watching because I know you guys watch. Y'all tell me. It's awesome. I love the support. It's kind of awesome. There's so many guys on the team, when they see me, they say, David J's got something to say. Like, right before I started filming this, a little bit before I started filming this, Colby, guy I just shouted out, sent me a message. Said, hey, man, I know you got a banger of a video coming out. When's the next one coming out? And I told him. So they all watch. A lot of them watch. They like the content. People back home watching. So it's awesome. Like I said, the support that this school and this team has for each other is beautiful. I love it. And I'm going to be so glad to be a part of it for the next 4 years. I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. Adversity's going to hit. I'm not always going to get to bowl as much as I want to bowl, because realistically, my mindset, if I'm not bowling every game, that's not as much as I want to bowl. But that's just not, that's not realistic, because there's times that you just, maybe it's not, you don't match up well, and maybe others match up well, so. But I've used enough time today, so let's see, looking up here at the quote wall. I don't even know. Got a lot of them. Oh, how about this one? This one works really well. This works really well for today. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. I mean, hey, varsity, that game 3 actually, they won by a pin. Still won though. You win by 150 pins, you win by 1 pin, you still win. So, alright guys, I appreciate all the support, I appreciate all the views, the likes, the shares, everything. It's amazing. The messages. Stay positive, keep grinding. I'm proud. I'm about to tear up a little bit. I'm proud of this team, proud of the boys, proud of my coaches. It's just awesome. It's awesome, guys. My name's David J, and that's what I had to say.